perfection. In high school sports, it's difficult to do. In the Class 1A championship game, Davenport Assumption goes for elite company as they try to chase down their 4th straight title. Nevada shoots for perfection while trying to avoid Rose's thorn for a 3rd straight year. The Iowa Girls High School State Soccer Championships kick off right now on Iowa Public Television.
Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Soccer Championships is provided by...
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Whether you live in rural Iowa or in the big city, the Iowa Network Services family of companies and your local provider are working together to keep you connected by offering technology and business solutions like internet, data networking, and other business services. The INS family of companies keeping communities connected today and tomorrow.
Fairway, along with Mondelez Nabisco, Wells Blue Bunny, and Frito-Lay, is a proud sponsor of the 2014 Iowa Girls High School Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Soccer Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live.
By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialist, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
Mid-American Energy and their Energy Advantage programs are dedicated to increasing the awareness of energy efficiency in Iowa's homes and businesses. Information is at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's time for the Iowa High School Girls State Soccer Championships. Iowa Public Television is here at the Cownie Sports Soccer Complex in Des Moines for this Class 1A title game as the unbeaten Nevada Cubs take on the 3-time state champion Davenport Assumption Knights. Hi, get everyone with AIB head women's soccer coach Justin Vorster. I'm BJ Shaven. What a matchup we have for everyone in this title game. You know, Justin, Nevada is unbeaten, but they're the underdog heading into this one.
Absolutely, BJ. I mean, Nevada have come in 20 games unbeaten. They are definitely the underdogs. Assumption have won this game, the tournament 3 years in a row, so all the pressure's on them.
Well, you think about Nevada, they've had a fantastic season, of course, being unbeaten, but they've been led by a freshman phenom in Abby Stevenson.
Well, you know, Abby scored the winner yesterday in overtime, and she's been fantastic for Nevada. The question is, do they play her in midfield today and have her breaking from the midfield, or do they have her playing up front?
And for Davenport Assumption, they've got a rip-slinger, appropriately named, and Rose Rip-Slinger.
Well, absolutely. I mean, Rose, you give her time and space, she'll absolutely rip the defenders apart. Fantastic player, loads of potential and ability in front of goal.
Let's get acquainted now with each team. Here's your public address announcer for today, Al Hilton.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cownie Soccer Complex and Championship Saturday of the 2014 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Soccer Tournament. At this time, could you please rise, face the flag. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor the greatest nation in the world. West Des Moines Valley graduate Sam Cacciatore will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets its red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's meet the teams now competing for the 1A state championship. The visiting team will be the Nevada Cubs. Reserves for Nevada: Sky Borton, Ashley Thompson, Willow Griffith, Haley Kugler, Emily Haywood, Aaron Francis, Ellie Kassabaum, Sydney C., Allie West, Aaron Selberg, Izzy Kaputska, and Jillian Tupper. The head coach is Randy Davis. Assistant coaches Mark Rhodes and Justin Evans. The home team will be the Davenport Assumption Lady Knights. Reserves for Assumption: Claire Gervas, McKenna Ollinger, Lexi Ripslinger, Kate Rogalski, Joy Ripslinger, Madeline Frommel, Ann Menster, Shelley Moore, Kaylee Schreiber, Caitlin Andreessen, Elizabeth Finley, Mallory King, Alyssa Golderman, and Sinclair Lunardi. The head coach is Jonathan Dreisler. Assistant coaches Nick Helling, Elizabeth Moss, and Katie Edgar. And now your starting lineups for the Cubs. Abby Stevenson, Michaela Matuska, Kaylee Krushwitz, Emma Lodestein, Mara Rhodes, Jessica Helton, Abby Bremer, Reagan Saunders, Katie Kassabaum, Lexi Krushwitz, and Clara Spohr. The starters for the Knights: Shannon Leone, Madison Pavlich, Riley Bean, Elise Gould, Maddie Ehrman, Rachel Moore, Lexi Flynn, Rose Ripslinger, Erin Jennings, Rachel Jennings, and Shelby Waddell. Your referee is Wayne Grundle. Assistant referee, Warren Lee. Second assistant, Tim Blum. The fourth official is Steve Glanz. Good luck to both teams, and let's play championship soccer.
What an early afternoon here in Des Moines for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Iowa Farm Bureau Girls State Soccer Championships. The winds are going to be gusting at 32 miles an hour. I think for those of you who may be in agriculture, the sprayers are actually locked up in the shed today, so we hope that you sit back and enjoy this matchup, the 1A title game with Nevada and Davenport Assumption. When you think about this, who does this favor as far as for the wind in this one today?
Well, BJ, it looks like Nevada are going to be defending into the wind, so I would expect them probably to go more of a defensive shape, possibly a 4-5-1, or as maybe their coach mentioned earlier on, Coach Davis mentioned a 1-5-5. I would expect Assumption maybe to push forward with this and take advantage of the wind and push and press Nevada deep into their half. Hopefully, you know, they would probably like to score an early goal and take the lead on this game.
Clara Sporer will be in at net for Nevada here. She's allowed just 5 goals this season. She could be challenged here with the wind and the way that Davenport Assumption will play it. These two teams meeting for the 3rd straight year at the state soccer tournament. Coach Drasler's team of Davenport Assumption has won the 2 previous contests. Now they meet up for a state title. Here's Ripslinger, who will get things started here for Davenport Assumption. And Nevada's going to play it back. A little 5-5-1 here to start the ball game as they go against the wind. What's the strategy there?
Well, they're going to defend deep. You know, a lot of coaches call this park the bus, you know, possibly for the first half. And then maybe contain them and go into the half-time at 0-0, you know, and then maybe look at changing the strategy for the second half.
Davenport Assumption will play it in. This is a team that we mentioned 3 straight state titles. Of course, have a few more to go to catch up with Cedar Rapids Xavier's record of 8 in a row. They've lost 4 times this year, but to teams that qualified for state. Hempstead, who will be playing a little bit later on today in the 3A title game. North Scott will be playing in the 2A championship. And, of course, Bettendorf and Iowa City Regina. Here's a look at the lineups for today. As you see for Nevada, Helton, Kassebaum, Stevenson, Matuska, Lodestein, Bremer, Crushwoods, Rhodes, Saunders, Crushwoods, and, of course, Sporer in at net. We'll take a look at Davenport Assumption here momentarily as Nevada was able to press the ball down. And the Cubs will still maintain the possession. Here's the starting lineup for the Knights. Ehrman, Ripslinger, Gould, Flynn, Jennings, Pavlich, Behan, Moore, Jennings, Waddell, and of course Shannon Leon will be in at net. She's had a spectacular state tournament here so far.
Here we go, White, find up.
And when we say that, it's been kind of interesting for Leon. She played junior varsity all last year. And her first full year of varsity, and it's really paid off. Quite a story behind that because of the coach by the assistant Elizabeth Moss, who's an Assumption grad and was an All-American at Grandview and has really helped out Leon's game this year. So early on, Nevada bumping and grinding, going with that 5-5-1, so it's kind of difficult to try to get an offensive presence here as they hold it on their offensive half. Well, let's take a look at the keys to the game, Justin. What's Nevada need to do?
Well, I think Nevada needs to you know, cancel their nerves out. Basically, they look very relaxed in the warm-up. There's no pressure, you know, with Nevada. They're the underdogs here. I mean, so if they can just manage to contain Assumption, keep the ball, make them do the running in the first half, and you know, we always say this, it's rest in possession.
And the Cubs have been mentally tough, even with their underclassmen. They've gone through some injuries throughout the year. As one of their lost actually their leading goal scorer partway through the year, Ellie Kassebaum, went out during the 12th game with a torn ACL. She actually will have surgery on Monday, and they're able to put it towards the net here. Even against this 32-mile-an-hour wind that's blowing here right through the county stadium. Let's take a look at Davenport Assumption. What's the keys to the game here?
Well, you know, Davenport Assumption are very strong through the midfield. You know, if they can find Rose Ripslinger in space and she can run at the back 4, as you can see, Nevada have dropped off fairly deep. So it's going to be a battle out there, especially for the 3 up front for Assumption.
So Assumption will now have the possession. Here's a team that also has made some big adjustments after winning the state championship last year. They actually lost 2 All-Staters, but it was really centered around Rose Ripslinger, the Iowa recruit, and her return. 4-time Gatorade Player of the Year. And they may be adjusting her throughout the game. Will Davenport Assumption. As good jostling as Ehrman tries to feed it to the middle. Nevada will fend it away wisely there with Casabom. And Bremer will put it ahead. Davenport Assumption, how can they use the wind here in the first half?
Well, BJ, to be honest with you, they would be better off pressing up a little bit higher at the back, utilizing the wind, filling the gaps in, and then from there being able to fill the numbers going forward in the final third. You know, from there on, you can push Repslinger up a little bit higher, you know, and that's going to give the front three just being able to play higher up the field.
Here's Ehrman. She'll be turned away. It seems like Davenport Assumption is trying to figure out this lineup here by Nevada, because the Cubs have actually held the possession a lot here early on and now trying to press it forward to find Stevenson. And a miscue as Leon will come up and step up and snare the ball.
BJ, it looks like they're playing Abby Stevenson further up the field, probably as a lone striker from what I see so far.
And Stevenson has been really dangerous so far after taking over for Ellie Casabom. As we mentioned, went out with the injury. This is where the freshman had really stepped up. 21 goals on the season and played in the semifinals, hit the game winner, and then went to her hometown and played some softball last night. And she's played in a lot of sports this year. In fact, this is her third state tournament that she's actually competed in this season. What a great career, a great start to a career, as Nevada will toss it in.
Rachel, central. Good.
So Assumption now will try to strike. Beyond will bring it ahead. And this one will be wide as Davenport Assumption gets their first shot on goal.
BJ, I would encourage them, if I was the coach, possibly to hit it on frame, hit the target. She breaks through the midfield really well. I think if she strikes that on target, force the keeper to make a save, you know, you might get a rebound out of it.
You know, a lot of coaches are partial to their players, but Coach Drasler said that Riley is actually the best backline player he's seen play in this tournament. As her play down the stretch has been exceptional for Assumption. So Davenport Assumption will hold it on here as they'll toss it in with Ehrman. Now to Ripslinger. Watch her play. She plays it towards the net, and she draws the assignment of 3 players as Nevada will try to clear it out of the zone. And here comes Assumption. Here's Ripslinger.
Good ball, Ray. Good ball.
Now it seems like Assumption is really pressing forward here, Justin, as they've been able to get close a couple of times. Just one shot on goal here so far. And here's Ehrman from the side. Will she crank it towards the net, and it's blocked away by Saunders. And she really paid the price on that one as she's down.
BJ, what I've noticed here with Assumption, they've attacked down the left-hand side. Most of their attacks have gone down the left.
And here's Reagan Saunders down on the turf. She was a first-team All-State player from last season, but 5 minutes into the semifinals from last year, she tore her ACL against Davenport Assumption. So a lot of things going through her mind, and watch her take that shot right there in the midsection. That might, as we used to say, might have knocked the wind out of her. Look at it. Oof.
Yes, BJ, that'll certainly take the wind out of you, and hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Challenging the abdominal section, and Saunders off laughing it off. At least it's not my niece, maybe saying to Coach Davis, as she's going to be escorted off and will be substituted here. A little bit of a change in high school soccer with the substitutions coming in and out more frequently. Coming in her place will be Allie West. So Saunders going to grab some time as Randy Davis and his Nevada Cubs have an unbeaten season. As his assistants there down the line, there's Coach Drasler of Davenport Assumption. Of course, 7 years he's been in the Assumption program, and they've had many ventures to Des Moines. The last 3 very successful, bringing hardware back to the east coast of Iowa. And here comes Nevada. A little kick ahead, if you will. Had a major attempt there by Jessica Helton, who's also very dangerous towards the net, has 20 goals that she scored this season. And Assumption unable to keep up with the wind as that ball was trailing ahead. As the Knights continue to try to play quick with the wind, because when you go against it in the second half, was there some sort of strategy with the coin flip there to have the wind in the second half?
You know, BJ, they could have been. You know, they wanted to contain Assumption for the first half and hopefully take advantage of them in the second half with the speed they've got up front as well.
So Nevada trying to hold it on their offensive half, not happening. The wind played a factor there with the ball. Still with just a couple of shots on goal for both teams. Here's Ripslinger. Rose with the big kick. And it's just off the top of the bar. Did it go in?
I think the goalkeeper got a hand to that, so it's a corner.
And she might have deflected away. It was really close at the top of the net. Watch if this one did creep in. Ripslinger with the attempt, and it just hit the bar.
A fingertip save just took it onto the onto the post and out for a corner.
Now here comes a corner kick. This is where Davenport Assumption has been very dangerous this season, as it'll be Rachel Moore with the corner kick. Nevada trying to get it out, and they do, but look at the wind and how much it has played a factor in this one. That normally would have been cleared out, and now we have a stoppage in play, as a foul will be called against Nevada here, as this one goes against Matuska, as she had collided with Assumption. And now a free kick forthcoming here by Ripslinger. Look at the wall being formed here by Nevada. And Ripslinger ready to crank. And that one's going to be over. Sometimes having the wind at your back is an advantage. Sometimes it's not. Right there, it wasn't an advantage for Davenport Assumption.
Absolutely, it wasn't, BJ. And, you know, like I mentioned before, all they've got to do is hit the target, force the keeper to make a save. She might parry it down in front of one of the center forwards running in.
So Nevada also going back to their bench. Sky Borton will come in, the freshman. Also back in is Reagan Saunders, who will be back into the contest. Good to see her back after taking a shot right in the stomach just a few moments ago. Now Nevada trying to play on their offensive end. Davenport Assumption mixing up their lineup a little bit here as far as for their strategy with the wind. Now look at, here comes Nevada. Will they strike? The shot on goal is just knocked away by Leon as Casabom was looking at the net dead-eyed. And take a look at this one.
Well, I think Casabom did a great job here breaking through the midfield. I think if she would have placed that maybe into the bottom corner, she did all the hard work, and now is just maybe open the hips up and place it into the bottom corner.
Boy, Helton really had an opportunity there to try to go with the assist as she found Casabom. Now on the offensive end for Assumption, they try to go with a quick strike as Ripslinger was bottled up. Now it's kicked out by Krushwitz of Nevada. And the Cubs holding strong defensively. It's all about numbers and numbers in the box here early on for the Cubs. And that went out as Stevenson was trying to go with the lead. And Davenport Assumption will bring in Shelley Moore and Mallory King into the game, as they go with some substitutions here. So what about the pace of this game, Justin? Is it favoring one or the other?
Well, you know, BJ, I was just going to mention, I think Nevada so far have done a really good job on Rose. Every time she gets the ball, there's 2-3 players around her. So they're stopping her from running at her at the back four.
It's the third straight year that they faced. Davenport Assumption has Nevada here in the state tournament, so I think they know where number 15 is out in the field, and that was one of their keys to the game, contain Rose.
Well, absolutely. They've done their homework over 3 years.
And here come the Cubs. As nobody home, as Davenport Assumption will try to send it down to the other end. Jennings out ahead to Ehrman. Ehrman trying to feed it to Ripslinger. Nothing happening there. The Cubs right there defensively.
By Mallory! By Mallory!
And Ripslinger will try to give it a shot, but it's kicked away by Nevada. And the Cubs defensively, again, they've had a lot of possession time here. Here's Stevenson. Even against the wind, will kick it out ahead to Hilton. And Leon will step up as she collides with Hilton. And Davenport Assumption will hold here. And Assumption might have outkicked their offensive unit, as again the Knights just force it down into the offensive end. Here's Ripslinger trying to go to Ehrman. Ehrman with the kick, and it's in! A goal for Davenport Assumption! Ripslinger with the assist, and Maddie Ehrman with the goal to give Assumption the early lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, BJ, there's a couple of factors here. You know, everyone's around Ripslinger when she gets the ball, and it's going to leave some players open, and this is what's happened. The ball's played into Ehrman's feet, touch inside, lovely touch, great first touch, and then just finishes it into the top corner.
Maddie Ehrman, who's excelled the last 3 weeks of the season after she finished up her track career, now hitting at full force in soccer. She had 3 goals in the quarters against Waterloo Columbus in her first here today in the championship game against Nevada. So Assumption strikes first. And now with the wind at their back, Assumption probably breathing a sigh of relief. They're able to put one through. So here come the Cubs. And now Ripslinger trying to get free out into space. Gets ahead of the defense. Here's Rose Ripslinger. And just taken away by Nevada. Krushwitz, the freshman, using her speed to close in on that ball. And now we'll get a corner.
Well, as you can see, Ripslinger breaking through the midfield, trying to get it onto her favored right foot. However, she had 4 players around her and managed to contain her out for a corner.
Shelby Waddell in for Assumption, Sydney C in for Nevada, as both coaches use the bench. And here's Rachel Moore with a corner kick. And from the side, it goes towards the net. It's up, and it will go in. Another goal for Davenport Assumption.
Well, Rachel Moore's used the wind to her advantage here. It was a fantastic corner with the inside of her right foot, bending away from goal and using the wind to take it into the back of the net and over the goalkeeper's hands.
Bend it like Moore. And Davenport Assumption with a 2-0 lead. That's how you can use the wind to your advantage. And keep in mind, Claire Spohr only allowed 5 goals all season. And today she has been challenged by Davenport Assumption. Their offense out in full force. As the officials are checking the time here, as they feel some might have ticked off. And we'll see if they add any or not to the clock, as again Assumption goes back to their bench. Mallory King is back in. Rose Ripslinger will sit. Assumption trying to win their 4th straight state championship. Berman already with a goal, standing at the ready.
Here we go, Wade! Again!
So Nevada, even though the wind is going right into their face, Justin down 2-0. They've been in this situation before this year when they took on a highly regarded Ames team, falling down 2-0 early on in the season, only to come back to win 3-2. So Nevada has been in this position 4 times this season. The biggest deficit at halftime was 2-0, but they've got to try to hold it here.
Yes, absolutely, BJ. You know, the question is, don't panic. Let's hold out 2-0. Maybe we can sneak a goal in here and bring it to 2-1 at halftime, but the key is try not to concede another goal.
The officials just a moment ago added an extra time here because the clock was continuing to wind after that latest goal score. And so we added some time, some happy faces on that Davenport Assumption bench, rightfully so, with their team up 2-0. And here comes another corner kick here for Davenport Assumption. This is Rachel Moore. She scored on the last one. Here it comes with a right foot towards the net, and it'll be headed out by Nevada. This time the Cubs able to catch that line drive. And now Stevenson will try to jostle for position here. And that one ruled out along the far sideline, so Davenport Assumption will have it here on the offensive zone. And this one still will stay with Davenport Assumption. Rose Ripslinger on the bench for Davenport Assumption. And for Nevada, that had been their main focus, but Maddie Ehrman able to go one-on-one earlier on to get the first goal of the game. And then Rachel Moore on a corner kick just a few moments ago, able to put Assumption up 2-0. Now we have official stoppage here, and it looks like we are going to have an injury as Michaela Matuska is down on the turf here. So just a shade under 22 minutes to play here in the first half. And we have a stoppage in play. Iowa Public Television is proud to be the new home for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. Coming up during the halftime, highlights of this year's Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union High School Girls State Track and Field Championships. They were held back on May 22nd through the 24th at Drake Stadium in Des Moines. Again, that'll be coming up at the half. So, Coach Forrester, how would you break down this first half so far? Still plenty of time to go here, but 2-0 Davenport Assumption had the wind at the back. They won the coin toss, elected to go with it, and they put a lot of pressure here on Nevada.
Yes, absolutely, and they're definitely using this to their advantage. You know, when we go back to the first goal that Assumption scored, we don't forget that 30 seconds earlier, Nevada broke away and actually had a fantastic chance themselves, which the keeper managed to smother up. And then from there, they broke forward and scored. You know, in soccer, you can score one goal and then it's the next 5 minutes are important. You know, you've got to defend hard. You've got to make sure you do your job through the lines of the field. You know, and then they got the corner and scored from that. So the momentum is going Assumption's way at this point.
Really is with the wind, and on the field is Michaela Matuska, the junior, the center midfielder for Nevada. A fantastic year all throughout the season. And one thing that Coach Davis had told us about her was the fact that she loves challenges and relishes the opportunities. So I'm sure it's tough as now the training staff is out there taking a look at her. Nevada obviously had been injury riddled this season, but still to put together an unbeaten season and to be able to play through injuries. So they've done this before.
Yes, they have, and they've proved that they can come back from 2-0 down. You know, the big question, and it's a mental issue here. They've played Assumption before, and it's always going to play in the back of their minds. You know, with the past experience they've had, you know, with Assumption at state tournaments previously.
And there's Rachel Moore. See what she's been able to do this season. 2 goals and, of course, 12 points on those 8 assists, getting a goal on the corner kick just a moment ago. And Michaela Matuska is up and walking off the field as we're ready to resume play. The clock stops in high school soccer. We should let you know that. It's different than the FIFA rules where we'd get some extra time put on at the end of the half, but in high school soccer the clock actually just stops.
Correct, that's right, BJ. And there's no additional time added at the end of high school soccer as per the discretional added time added at FIFA rules.
So Allie West will now come into the ball game here for Matuska. As again, Nevada will stick with that same lineup that they began the ball game with, the 5-5-1. And it looks like also trying to come in is Jessica Helton, as Sydney C will come out for the Cubs. So a very windy day here in Des Moines. As you can hear it whipping right through the stadium. Say south winds at 23, but we're experiencing gusts here at the Cownie Stadium up to 32 miles an hour. As Michaela Matuska again will be out of the game and really not putting a lot of pressure on her right leg.
BJ, hopefully it's nothing too serious for Michaela.
So Riley Bion will get it started here as puts her right foot into it. And this one will go actually towards the net. And Sporer able to gather herself. And think about Clara Sporer. She has, you know, only given up 5 goals heading into this state championship game all season. 2 quick strike goals. What's going to be going through a goalie's mind here as this game progresses along? How can she get her confidence back?
Well, I think that was a confidence booster right there. You know, a long ball played and with the wind behind it, and she saves it, no rebounds, gets back up onto her feet. You know, now it's going to be a mental factor within her game.
Foul called as Davenport Assumption will have it back. As Casabon was trying to get the position inside. And Nevada with her own long ball as Leon will step up to gather. Could see a tale of 2 halves here. It almost seems that way. Early on, even against the wind, Nevada was able to strike. They held the possession. But since then, Davenport Assumption has regained control in a big way and able to put 2 into the net. Stevenson out ahead to Casabon. As we'll play it at midfield. So we're halfway through the first half here. And it's Davenport Assumption with a 2-0 lead. As coming into the game now, Elise Gould for Davenport Assumption along with Rose Ripslinger. You got some good rest time on the bench there.
Yes, she did, BJ. And I think the question here is for Assumption is, do they go for another goal or do they maintain a 2-0 lead up till half, maybe keep possession, be a little more patient? Because for so far in the game, it's been a very direct type of style from both teams.
And Nevada looks to be adjusting a little bit. Stevenson will be playing on the back line now as they move Helton towards the front. That lone striker out ahead.
And you can see the adjustment they've made. They're trying to match up with Ehrman on the left-hand side.
And here's a shot on net, and it's hauled in by Sporer. Well, you can tell your out-of-state friends and family Iowa Public Television is streaming today's soccer championships live. You can visit us at IPTV.org. We are at the Class 1A State Championship game with Justin Borster. I'm BJ Shaban here from the Cownie Stadium in Des Moines. These two teams battling their way through the quarters and semis to be playing one another in the state title game. Davenport Assumption with a couple of goals here early on, as Assumption able to get one from a corner kick from Rachel Moore, but it got started with Maddie Ehrman, able to go one-on-one and get free to find the corner of the net. And Assumption playing with the wind at their back. They won the coin toss, elected to go with the wind. And that's where we sit right now at 2-0. And for Assumption, they've really just been rolling right through this tournament, defeating Waterloo Columbus 5-2. And then yesterday, a 1-0 win over Heelan in the semifinals. Nevada kind of breezed their way through, got challenged in the semis, had to go to overtime to beat Iowa City Regina, in which Abby Stevenson was able to come up with a game-winning kick. Here's Ehrman working against the freshman and Stevenson, as Ehrman got at the inside foot, and Stevenson trying to rally and will kick out. So we'll get a toss in here from Ehrman. Stevenson just a freshman, but very heady. As there's another shot towards the net, this one bumped away. And Davenport Assumption again will toss her in. So you say soccer's not a contact sport. We've just seen a lot of contact out here early on. Here's Ripslinger. Rose difficult with her left foot. She goes up high, and this one goes up over the net. Again, Rose able to get another shot on goal, her second of the day.
You know, BJ, you mentioned earlier on that Nevada went into overtime yesterday in the semi-final. It was hot yesterday. It was grueling. Could this be a factor on Nevada today? I mean, could they get tired towards the latter part of the match?
It's a big question mark, as Cassabaum will lead it out ahead here for Nevada. Trying to hit something on the attack. Cassabaum lost her footing, and here come the Knights. You know, every coach will tell you that their players are fresh day in, day out, but you're right. You have to wonder about it. And Justin, as a coach yourself, playing 3 games in 3 days, and of course, yesterday's overtime game for Nevada, how do you try to sub in and out? Is there a strategy here when you're allowed to do that here?
Well, you know, it depends on the score. It depends on who you have on the bench at the time. Do you rest your key players?
Here's Ripslinger again. She gets it inside of the offensive zone. Ripslinger towards the net, and it's knocked down by Spoor as she sucked it right up. That's a big stop for Nevada.
Absolutely it is. Great save, confidence booster for the goalkeeper. As you see, Ripslinger breaking through the right-hand side here. Ball played in. I would have maybe encouraged her to cut the ball back. Maybe Ehrman could have changed her run. She was running very straight. She could have maybe checked back into the space to the top of the 6-yard box, would have given her more of an opportunity.
Cassabaum has it taken away. Good defense that time by Bion of Davenport Assumption. A 2-0 lead. Almost appears like Assumption going more defensive-minded here to protect this 2-0 lead. Nevada trying to do what they can. The wind is it's like an extra player out on the field here, as now we have a stoppage in time with the injury, as that's Rachel Jennings that's down. Jennings, of course, has battled her way through injuries this season, as she's coming off one of her best games of the season in which she played against Heelan, as you take a look at the injury as she had collided with Helton there. And Lexi Flynn will now be into the game. Lexi, of course, going to Coastal Carolina to play volleyball, as Rachel, the sophomore midfielder, coming out here.
Here we go, Way!
The athletes that are out on the field, Justin, has been what's also been most impressive.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, both teams, multi-sports. A lot of them play volleyball, softball, and as you mentioned earlier, you know, Kayla, you know, Stevenson went back home to Nevada and went and played softball.
Last night. Here she is right now. Out ahead to Hilton, who have it knocked away by Beyond. And here's an attempt on goal, but Leon able to play it rather easily. Just inside of 14 minutes to play here in the first half. Assumption, who's been on the prowl. Here's Ripslinger trying to find Ehrman, will try to race down into the corner. And able to keep it in here. It's big for her to chase it down, but Nevada will send it back out for the moment. There's another shot on goal as Flynn gave it a whirl as it was hauled in by Spoor.
And that was actually well taken by Flynn, because those types of shots are difficult to deal with. They dip, they swerve, and she did a great job saving that.
Here's Casaubon. Good dribbling. As she got it through traffic, now the traffic actually collides with her. And it looks like we've got a sub in here for Nevada. Abby Bremer will come into the game.
Let it talk, Wayne, let it talk.
As coming out will be Aaron Selberg. There's another look at that goal, or shot on goal by Flynn.
Well, as you can see, it dips at the last minute, and the goalkeeper did a fantastic job getting a hold of that.
So Nevada with an opportunity here with the toss in from the far side. As you take a look at that coaching staff, you know, Nevada's always seemed to have good soccer programs. You just saw a moment ago their assistant coach, Justin Nevins. He actually played on that 2000 boys state championship team. And the Cubs now getting another opportunity to bring some gold home, but they're down 2-0 here. Here's Helton. And Ehrman goes to Ripslinger. As Assumption to Flynn.
Get on the outside. Get on the outside first, Flynn.
Right through it.
Foul called as Casaubon was tangled up.
You got it, Ray. Hey, all the way back.
And Assumption will open her up here.
Ray, give him a second here, right?
Good look, and I know it's tough to tell, but there's a steady breeze blowing right at the back of Davenport Assumption as they put their foot in it, trying to find Ripslinger. Rose, crafty with the ball, will take a shot, but this one's wide.
And as you can see, BJ, they've got numbers round Rose. It's going to make it really difficult for her to try and wriggle her way out of pressure. However, that's going to leave players open or in and around the box.
See, Mara Rhodes, who just put her foot into the ball. She was actually second-team All-State last season as a forward, but because of the talent and the numbers that Nevada has out this year, coaching staff asked her to move back to defender, and she gladly did that. Not many players would do that, go from being a forward back to a defender. So what a team player Mara Rhodes is.
Well, absolutely, BJ, because everyone wants to score goals, but it's been fantastic from Rhodes. She's adapted into that position this year with open arms.
Here's Ripslinger. Always exciting with the ball is Rose Ripslinger. Nevada trying to clear it out. Flynn. Assumption trying to get their offense here as they'll try to send it in deep. And Spoor has this one bounce over her head. Kind of a hold your breath moment there, but Spoor able to track it back down.
Absolutely. She did okay there. I mean, she should have maybe come in a little bit quicker and collected it prior to the bounce, but there was no pressure at that point. I have noticed they've moved Rose Repslinger to a more of a central position up front. She might be more effective in front of goal there.
Strategy has paid off so far for Davenport Assumption, getting 2 goals here so far. One off of a corner kick by Rachel Moore, and Maddie Ehrman getting things started here for the Knights to get the 1-0 lead. Now it's 2-0 as we're inside of 9 minutes to play here in the first half. Again, coming up at the half, we'll have highlights from the State Track and Field Championships, which were held back in May, and Davenport Assumption might be a part of those highlights because they've got a lot of tracksters on their team. In fact, Rose Ripslinger, Maddie Ehrman were a part of a state championship winning team, and Ripslinger adding to her legacy, bringing home the 3A championship in the 100 and 200 and setting 3A records in both.
She's a phenomenal athlete, isn't she? I mean, like we mentioned earlier, BJ, you go from one sport to the next, and you're just setting records everywhere.
No specialization for any player, and it's really paid off as Assumption will keep it in.
Good goals.
And there it's out, so Nevada will get the ball back here. Trying to do something with inside of 8 minutes to play in the first half, down 2-0. Here's Stevenson trying to go to work. Stevenson from the side. Couldn't get it towards the net as Assumption able to step up. And a terrific play defensively by Aaron Jennings, the junior. And now it'll be a toss in from Stevenson. Setting up position, here's Stevenson with the toss in. And this one kicked back out. Cassabon will now play it in.
Shelly, stay with 16.
The overhead toss to Stevenson. Nevada getting it this deep, wanting to get a shot on goal. And now offsides as Assumption will get it back.
BJ, I think Nevada need to see out the first half, try and contain Assumption at this point, maybe go in 2-0 down and revitalize themselves and come out with a different form of strategy for the second half.
Girls State Soccer Championships here on Iowa Public Television. This is the 1A title game. Davenport Assumption with a 2-0 lead on Nevada. Coming up next in the 2A title game, what a matchup, number 1 versus number 2, as Waverly Shellrock will be facing North Scott in the 2A title game. And then in the 3A title game, Dubuque Hempstead taking on upstart Cedar Rapids Kennedy, who's just been knocking off the Giants on their way to the championship game. Six minutes to play in the first half, and Assumption now will go to their bench. Coming in will be Rachel Jennings and Shelby Waddell. As Maddie Ehrman will check out along with Lise Gould. But what a first half here by Davenport Assumption, using the wind to their advantage, trying to add to that lead now. Because in the second half, we had mentioned Nevada's been down 4 times this year, and they were able to come back and win. They've won every game that they've played in this year. So you know that they've got nerves of steel, and they will have the wind at their back. As Nevada will send it out of the offensive zone. Good foot into the ball that time for the Cubs. And sending it back out was Allie West. Little toss towards the goal by Davenport Assumption as Shelley Moore put her foot into it. And coming up just before the half, we will visit with head coach of Davenport Assumption, Jonathan Drasler, about his team and how he feels having a 2-0 lead and having that advantage heading into the second half. Helton will send it deep, but it's cleared out by Assumption. Here's Stevenson. They've been playing in the back, now trying to dribble her way to the front to Cassabom in the middle. Boy, challenged on the play. And Beyond has been tough all game long. Able to clear it out here for the Knights.
Shelby, I need you to feed.
And here's Stevenson.
Max, I need you to break down and contain. Break down and contain.
BJ, I think that was a good move from the Nevada coaching staff, moving Stevenson to right back, because she's managed to contain them.
Now here's Ripslinger. See, she draws three. She'll kick it towards the middle, and Nevada will just kick it out. But it won't go out. Right towards Ripslinger. And now a foul called as Nevada will have it back. Rose Ripslinger always around the ball on the offensive end.
You know, I've followed Rose for a number of years now, and everybody knows her out there. You know, so whenever she plays, every single team knows her, and you've got to have 2-3 players around her. You know, and she's effective. She's so effective on the ball. She's got so much pace and ability.
Boy, Davenport Assumption really pressing here inside of 3 minutes to play in the first half, trying to add yet another goal as Maddie Ehrman will come back into the contest. She will be spelling Shelby Waddell. So you got Ehrman on the outside, who already has a goal in this first half. Coming into the outside. As the Cubs, again, have only gotten a few shots on goal here. However, it's been because of this heavy wind that they're running right into.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, there's a couple of factors here. Playing into the wind can work to your advantage. If you play a ball through on the ground, it's going to hold up. And if it's the right-weighted pass, you know, the keeper doesn't come out and get it in time. You can sneak in there. But it's getting those opportunities within the game.
Well, coming up at the half, we'll be talking with Jonathan Drasler, the head coach of Davenport Assumption. We mentioned the track and field state championship highlights, plus we'll have highlights of the first half, an analysis, and much more. That's coming up at the half here in the 1A State Soccer Championships here on Iowa Public Television. Cassabom throws it to the middle, and it's headed right back out. Nevada down 2-0. Is that a victory of sorts for Nevada? I mean, it was 2-0 in a hurry within the first 12 minutes here of the first half.
Yes, but they've been in this position before, so, you know, it could be a mental game. Assumption could go in at halftime and go, you know, Nevada have been in this position before, so we've got to make sure that we stay nice and tight at the back, especially playing into the wind, and don't allow them any opportunities. I've got a feeling that they might push a little further forward. The Nevada Cubs have no other options, really. They have to go for it.
Trying to get one more opportunity is Assumption. Inside of 36 seconds to play in the half. Flynn will send it towards the net, and Sporer will step up. See if there's a little gamesmanship here. Melt some clock here as Sporer will put her foot into it. Now Flynn will send it right back towards Sporer. Will haul it in. Boy, a lot of pressure here in the closing seconds of the first half. And might have one more opportunity, but Nevada will kick it away, and that will be the end of the first half. So Davenport Assumption behind Maddie Ehrman getting things started with a starting goal, and then a corner kick that went in for Rachel Moore. Has Davenport Assumption up 2-0 here in the first half of this 1A state championship game. And we're now going to be joined here momentarily by the head coach of Davenport Assumption, Jonathan Drasler, who's seen his team, and they've been here before. With a lead going into the locker room, course, things change. State championship, game in, game out. Coach Drasler, how do you feel about being up 2-0 here right now?
Good half, great start for us. We had the advantage of the win today. So second half, we got to go harder than we did this half. We got 40 minutes left in the game, and we got to play harder than we have before.
Coach Drasler, what would your strategy be for the second half?
The second half, we have to compact and win everything in the middle. We got to get the ball out wide, use Maddie and Mallory King to get wide. They flooded the middle with 6 girls on rows. Obviously, we kind of saw that coming, and we need to keep playing to feet. And instead of trying to dribble through all 6 in the back, we need to go ahead and hit it right over the top of them.
Coach Drasler, will you keep your system the same, or will you change it for the second half?
No adjustments. We play our system, and we don't adjust unless we get into a scenario in which we need to pack the back to keep the lead, but we're going to go right at them the next 40 minutes.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Your team up 2-0 going into the locker room here at the half. This is the Class 1A state championship game here on Iowa Public Television. Davenport Assumption with a 2-0 lead here on Nevada. Let's now go back to the studios and be joined by Paul Yeager, who's standing by with the Iowa State Track and Field Championship highlights. Paul?
All right, BJ, thank you very much. We are at halftime of the Class 1A Soccer Championship, along with track coach Jim Kirby from West Des Moines Dowling Catholic here at IPTV Sports. Let's talk about distance. It's something you know very well. Iowa is getting a great reputation for being a distance running state.
Paul, we got a great tradition at Iowa. We've got All-Americans, national champions, and Olympians coming from Iowa. We should have a lot to be proud of.
And there's a lot of great races that happen at the state track meet. And let's take a look at the Class 4A 3000. This is a great race from beginning to end because it's dominated by one person as they begin here in the double waterfall.
Right, Paul, we got a big field here, so we want to give everybody a fair shot at the start, and so they'll have 2 waterfalls. When they get around that 4th turn, they'll all break to lane 1. Another one of those potentially great athletes that we'll be talking about for a number of years is the one already made up the stagger. That's Stephanie Jenks of Linmar of Marion. Stephanie Jenks, a great triathlete. She's on the junior Olympic team for the USA that's going to China. She's going to compete in that big mile, the Dream Mile at Adidas later this year with all the elite milers. She's run all around the world, and she's run around this entire field. She didn't lap everybody, but she lapped enough. As she comes down that home stretch, she knows she has a great time. Well, she's dialed into these records right now, Paul, so she's got something going on. Stephanie Jenks is going to cross the tape here in record fashion. What a way to start. The crowd knows how good she was.
Steph, another state title, another record. What do you think?
I'm really happy with it. I mean, it came down pretty close again, but I just kept digging for something else.
Are you conscious of those records? Is that what's motivating you up front?
Yeah, I mean, at Drake, I was going for the 3,000 record just because Katie Flo was here, and I thought it'd be special. So I came back this time, you know, hoping that I could improve on that.
Carisha Schweitzer of Dowling Catholic was second, and Jordan Cleve of Johnston was third. That's really where the battle was. Let's go to 1A now. Rebecca Topham of Griswold comes down that home stretch, and she puts the pedal down and has a great finish. Rebecca has a full slate of races this weekend, 1,500, 3,000, and 400 hurdles. She was first. Gwen Wright, a sophomore from Pekin, and Michelle Mumm of Tri-Center Neola was third. In Class 2A, Leah Sievert from Sibley Ocheden was your champion there. She had a great return. She actually won the 2013 1A 3000 in a record time. And there's Grace Gibbons in the 3A champion. Let's move on to the 1,500-meter run. We're going to start with Class 3A. Grace Gibbons, the junior from Gilbert, is the runner to beat in this race. Paul, they don't have a stagger. They start on the 2nd turn, and they have the whole backstretch to sort themselves out. Grace Gibbons, the daughter of former Iowa State wrestling coach Jim Gibbons, very competitive. Wrestlers just naturally are built that way. Grace has kind of picked that up. She's an intense runner, but she was not leading this entire race. She had to come from behind here, actually. Right. Grace is a cross-country champion in 4A and 3A, so she knows what she's doing when it comes to the 3,000. And she makes the pass there around Waverly Shell Rock and just has a great finish down the stretch. And she's actually running farther than she needs to be. She's running on the outside. That's right. Passing on the turn is hard to do, but sometimes the race dictates that. And Grace has got a great kick, great turnover, great arms, and she's your champion. Grace Gibbons, look at that finish as she is your champion.
in Class 3A 1500.
Grace, was it your strategy to hang back and let the leaders go in the middle?
Not really. I guess I kind of planned on taking it a little bit slower to avoid the messiness at the start, but I think they kind of got away from me a little bit more than I wanted to, so but I just kind of trusted myself on what I could do that last lap. So
what motivated you during that last lap to give that such a great finish?
Winning 2 state titles in 1 weekend probably is just a cool thing to say you've done.
She sets a record there. Abby Caldwell from Waverly Shellrock was second, and Madison Waymeyer of DCG, Dallas Center Grimes. Let's go back to 1A. Rebecca Topham, sounds like we just were done talking about her. From Griswold, again, another great finish. Right, here's Rebecca again. She missed the record in the 3,000, but she's going to get that record in the 1,500. The junior from Griswold in a 4:35.87 time. Gwen Wright of Pekin was second, and Megan Mosky of Woodbine is third in Class 1A. In 2A, Tiffany Christensen of Eagle Grove, the senior, crosses the tape first in yet another record. Well, Tiffany had another big weekend. She was third in the 800, and also she was second in she was the anchor in their distance medley team. That's in the 1,500, and let's go now to 4A. And this one is a race. Stephanie Jenks looks good, and there's also close, a little closer than it was in the 3,000. Right, Steph is not quite as competitive in this race, but it's still a big lead and a big victory for her. Not a state title, or not a state record, but it is a state title. Kaylee Salufko of Pleasant Valley is second, and Krista Schweitzer is third. Let's move on now to the 800-meter run. And Jim, this is just an all-out sprint. Right, but we still have the double waterfall, so you'll see the kids, they break on the backstretch, but it is a high-octane race, oxygen dead, and who's the most efficient and who can carry their speed the longest. Jasmine Stabler, the junior from Clayton Ridge, repeats in Class 2A. She had a great weekend. First runner in state history to win the 200, 400, and 800 in consecutive seasons. That's a big weekend for any runner.
Jasmine, you've had all this success. What keeps you motivated?
My teammates help a lot, my family, my friends. My community is really supportive. Everybody's always cheering me on.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stabler loves running against that tough competition. She beat Natalie Halfman from St. Ansgar and Tiffany Christensen of Eagle Grove. Rebecca Topham, again, she wins another race, the 800 this time. She's just a horse. There's no way around it. Kennedy King from Assumption of Davenport is your winner in 300, or in 3A in the 800, and Kaylee Salufko of Pleasant Valley is your champion in Class 4A. The shot put Class 1A event included 2 flights of 12 competitors. The 24 throwers each made 3 attempts. The 8 girls with the longest throws moved on to the finals, earning them 3 more attempts. Winners were determined by the longest throw out of all 6 attempts. The shot put Class 1A champion was Megan Anderson, a senior from Woodbine, with a distance of 39 feet, 10.75 inches.
Megan Anderson, 7th last year, state champion your senior year. Tell us what you think.
Pretty excited. I'm happy. I know my family's happy for me. I'm just glad for everyone that came. And I know it's always been a goal of mine. I started out 7th grade, 1st place, and I like to finish that way too.
Congratulations, Megan Anderson of Woodbine. Their great performance in Class 1A. In Class 2A, Kate Birchmeyer from Davis County is your champion, sets a record. Caitlin Clayton is second. Shelby Gunnels of Solon is your champion in Class 3A in the shot put there. And Blair Thomas, the basketball player, and also pretty darn good at shot put. She's headed to Iowa State to play basketball for Bill Fennelly. She is your gold medalist in Class 4A shot put. We talked about it in the open, Jim. The hype, the distance lived up to it. Right, we had beautiful weather for the distance runners. Cool, no wind, a little overcast at certain times. They loved it, and the performances proved it. It's just an outstanding track meet, and there's more to come. We're just getting started. So thank you, Coach Kirby, and also thank you to all the athletes, and congratulations to them as well. Tune in Monday, June 30th for an entire hour of highlights from the 2014 Girls State Track Championships. That will be at 8 p.m. right here on Iowa Public Television. Now, let's send it back to County Stadium with B.J. Shaban and Justin Forster for the second half of the 1A Soccer Championships.
Well, thank you very much, Paul, and what a first half we saw here. A lot of wind. It's very gusty. Even though our hair is not moving because thanks to hair gel, Davenport Assumption really put some gel on the ball. They've got a 2-0 lead here on Nevada. And, you know, Nevada's been in this situation. We've talked about that before, but also has Davenport Assumption. They've been able to close out games when they've had a lead here.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, Nevada have been in this situation before, BJ. And, you know, 2-0 for them. They've done it before. So they've come back and won games 3-2 and 4-2 in these situations. Yes, the wind is going to be a factor. It was interesting talking to the coach for Assumption earlier on. He's not going to change his strategy playing into the wind. So, you know, how are Nevada going to take advantage of this?
Well, let's take a look at those first half highlights. And, of course, dominated by Davenport Assumption. A lot of shots on goal, and it happened early and often. As you take a look at here, Nevada able to get some things going. Early on, they were able to find some seams. And there's a shot that's actually knocked away by Leon, Shannon Leon of Davenport Assumption. Then they get things going here. Do the Knights with Maddie Ehrman with her 4th goal of this state tournament as she punches one up into the right corner. And then, speaking of corners, how about this one from the side as Rachel Moore is able to find it. She bended it like Rachel Moore and able to get a 2-0 lead here for Davenport Assumption. So the Knights able to use the wind to their advantage as we take a look at the statistics here. The shots on goal, 8-2. And then, of course, the corner kicks, 3 so far for Assumption. The ball has been played on the north half of the field a lot here in this first half. Probably maybe expected here for the second, right, Coach Forster?
Yes, absolutely. And the question is, do Nevada Cubs push Stevenson up front now to partner up with Kassabaum? And that could be the key. 2 players with a lot of pace, a lot of ability on the ball, and they showed it yesterday.
Well, let's now be joined by the head coach of Nevada, Randy Davis, who's standing by. And, Coach, you've been in this situation before. I'm sure you probably mentioned that to your kids during the halftime.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about, you know, we've been down before, and it's just we got 40 more minutes to play, and we're going to play as hard as we can. And we're not going to give up. We're going to try and make something happen. And we were down to Assumption last year at this same point, and we came back and got it to 4-2. So we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep shooting away.
Coach, in the second half, I know those wind turbines up in northern Story County are going, but how do you use this wind to your advantage? Do you switch things up with your formation?
We will jump into our 3 forward attack again and just try and connect. We got to do a better connecting. We can't just knock the ball over top and let their keeper collect. So we have to connect. So that's what we're going to try and do.
Well, Coach Davis, thank you so much for the time, and good luck to your Cubs here in the second half.
Thank you.
That is Randy Davis, the head coach of the Nevada Cubs, joining us here as we're ready to get things started here for the second half of play. We have 40 minutes on the clock to determine who's going to win the 1A state title. Nevada, you know, probably their most dramatic come-from-behind victory was against Ames early on in the season. Really the turning point to the year, according to the Cubs. A momentous occasion when they were down 2-0 to Ames. At the half, came back to win 3-2 in overtime. This state tournament has featured a lot of overtime games. They've got some work to do to force that. And Davenport Assumption, well, whenever they've had the lead at the half, guess what? They haven't relinquished it this year.
No, they haven't, and absolutely right there, BJ. You know, interesting that the head coach for Assumption mentions that he's not going to change his system. So he's got a lot of confidence in this team.
Well, it's all about bravado, and we'll see what wins out here as we get things started here to begin the second half. A little bit of a change for Nevada as Stevenson will now be up. She had been playing back for most of that first half to try to go one-on-one with Rose Ripslinger.
Yes, absolutely, and I think that was a good tactical change from the coaching staff of Nevada Cubs, pushing Stevenson into a right-back position. But as you can see now, she's moved forward, and she's just earned a corner.
So here come the Cubs. They'll get an opportunity here with the corner kick from Abby Stevenson. Nevada has also been very dangerous throughout the season on corner kicks. Here's the opportunity. They'll try to bend it with the wind, and this one won't go their way as it curved too short. So Davenport Assumption will hold. So right away we already see how the wind has played a benefit now to Nevada.
Yes, and it's going to play a massive benefit for Nevada. I think they're going to put the pressure on here. I would like to see them push a few more players forward just for the start of the game, just to put a little more pressure on Assumption. Let's see how Assumption defend.
Randy Davis proclaims he's an unconventional coach. He says against Regina, he actually did this. He changed his formations. He's doing it here in the second half. How does that benefit a team, or how does that keep you going? Or doesn't it?
Well, it's going to add some confidence to the team as well. I mean, I think the players will adapt to it. As you can see already, they've come out with some energy. He might have motivated them at halftime. As you can see, Stevenson going forward here to try and get across in with the left foot. Unfortunately, goes out for a goal kick.
And as a player, though, can you press too much here early on? That's something we'll have to keep an eye on.
Yes, absolutely, because, you know, BJ, you don't want to press too far forward, because then, you know, you might allow space in behind for players like Repslinger and Ehrman to expose you. So you have to be very, very careful both sides of the ball.
So Davenport Assumption facing Nevada, the two meeting for the third straight year, this time in the championship game.
BJ, I think if Nevada can get the ball down on the ground, don't panic, play with a little bit of confidence, knock the ball around, you know, it might open them up a little bit.
Rose Repslinger will put it into the offensive zone. And Assumption will have an opportunity here. Again, the weather a factor here today. And both teams trying to play with it and through it. Assumption trying to play keep away, but here comes the win, and here comes Nevada. Stevenson sent it back to the middle, but Flynn will bounce it out. Nevada holding it onto the offensive zone. Trying to center it. Here's Helton. Trying to get spacing. A little tight there for the Cubs. Now to Helton, who will try to bounce it in. And Assumption able to stand like a wall. And this one's sent back out. So the defenseman, if you will, defenders playing well here for Assumption, holding that threat rather minuscule, and Nevada trying to again punch it down. 3-on-4 as they have it in the zone. Casabom, though, having trouble to get free. Well, it's just the spacing offensively here for Nevada. They've had a tough time adjusting.
Yes, BJ, I totally agree with you there. I mean, Assumption have made it very, very compact around the top of the box. I mean, possibly Nevada could look at getting a couple of players out wide, left and right, and maybe trying to get in behind them that way. I mean, that could be an option. It's going to be very difficult going down the middle if they make it very compact.
Cubs fresh in their memories. They have all but one player returning from last season's team. And they have been in quite a few battles throughout the season. Playing Class 2A's Waverly Shellrock. And that one went to penalty kicks, went to the 16th shooter, in which Nevada actually ended up winning that game 1-0, trying to battle their way back. Here's a shot that goes wide, or just short of the goal, by Assumption. So not resting on their laurels, Davenport Assumption trying to strike it as Mallory King will now come into the game. She will be spelling Shelby Waddell. Coach Drasler trying to keep some legs fresh on that back line. As Helton catapulted to Casabom. Good nifty move by Casabom, and it's blocked away by Band. And now a high shot by the Cubs. As that one floated over by Aaron Selberg.
Rachel, are you okay?
2-0 Davenport Assumption with 2 first-half goals to get on track. Well, 2014 is an exciting year for Iowa Public Television sports. Our next broadcast is a full hour of highlights from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union High School Girls State and Track and Field Championships, which were held back in late May at Drake Stadium in Des Moines. Tune in Monday, June 30th at 8 o'clock. Giving you a little bit of a taste at intermission of what happened at the state track meet. And what a way to recap probably one of the best state track meets I can remember. Again, Nevada also trying to adjust to this win at their back. Here's Ripslinger. Doesn't need the win. Look at her dribble. Has exceptional footwork. Does the 4-time Gatorade Player of the Year.
And Ripslinger is the type of player you don't want to weave and turn and run at you.
Nevada to Hilton ahead. Boy, just numbers back defensively here for Davenport Assumption as they slip 4 back. And the Cubs still keeping players back defensively. Just don't quite have the numbers. 3 against 5, sometimes it won't turn out for you.
Well, BJ, maybe the coaching staff of Nevada Cubs are being very conservative at this point to see how things match up. As time goes on, I would definitely encourage them to push more players forward.
Down 2-0, you would expect that. Casabom in the mid. Bremer caught up by Flynn. And here come the Knights. Flynn won that battle one-on-one.
14.
A lot in the middle on this one. We'll go to Assumption, but we're going to have a substitute. As coming in will be Shelly Moore, the freshman. Moore will be coming in for Rachel Jennings.
BJ, I've been impressed with Casabom today for Nevada Cubs. She's a pillar of strength there. She's dropped into the midfield. She posts up very well, holds the ball up well. Very impressive with her work rate as well.
Katie, of course, the sister of Ellie Casabom, who was missed the season, actually led the team in scoring. Here's a shot on goal that just goes high. Katie Casabom gave it a rip with her right foot, but again, just sailed it a little high.
Yeah, BJ, I think if she would have just got over that ball a little more, she might have kept it down, especially with this wind behind you. You lean back slightly, get under it, it could whip over the bar.
Boy, Leon was standing at the ready. I don't think expected it to go that high. Now Assumption playing keep away as Nevada will try it, and they do send it back into the offensive zone. Here's Helton. Flynn, who's been tough all game long in the middle. Very pesky, as now Casabom will come in to help. Now to the middle, here's Stevenson. The freshman will try to send it in, but it's knocked back by Bien. Boy, some good action in the middle of the field.
BJ, if Casabom and Stevenson can get their combinations right on and off the ball, they could be very, very effective this second half.
Nevada with the deep kick. And this one handled easily by Shannon Leon. Reagan Saunders gave it the deep boot. And again, it's just all about possessions. Here's Ripslinger, the one you don't want to have the possession with if you're Nevada. Ripslinger towards the middle. Gonna go with the left foot towards the net, and it's just wide.
BJ, you don't want Rose Ripslinger turning and running at you, and especially, as you can see here, cutting in onto a left foot. Look at that deceptive pace, explosiveness.
Rachel Jennings now back in for Assumption. Also Sky Borton and Sydney C into the contest for Nevada.
Come on, Lex. Come on, Lex.
A very dangerous move, and you can see why. She's a 4-time Gatorade Player of the Year. Of course, going to be playing collegiately at the University of Iowa. Made that decision early.
You called her. You make
and is looking forward, even with some changes at the University of Iowa, looking forward to playing for the Hawkeyes.
Yes, I had a discussion with Rose yesterday afternoon after the semifinal, and even though there has been a coaching change there, she is very, very excited with the new opportunity at the collegiate level, and just the reports back of the new coaching staff and the style of play they're going to play.
Here's Nevada as they get it deep into the zone, but again, Assumption right there to kick it back out. Kassabaum heckling the ball here. Was a really tussle for that ball towards the corner. And this one will stay with Nevada.
You see how Kassabaum just gets a body between the ball and the defender and just shields it off. You know, she's an effective player.
And here we go from the corner. This will be Sky Borton. The freshman will send it in towards the net, and this one blocked out, headed out by Assumption. Here's Ehrman. Can you see that track speed as she closed in on the ball to try to bring it up? When Nevada really trying to effort something towards the net. Kassabaum again. And taken away by Flynn. Boy, the one-on-one battles right now being won by Assumption. And of course on the scoreboard at 2-0.
Hey, come back to Lexi and do a wall pass.
2-0 Assumption with the lead on Nevada here in the Class 1A state championship game. You're watching it here on Iowa Public Television. Justin Vorster, the head coach for women's soccer at AIB. I'm BJ Shaban. As Davenport Assumption got 2 goals early on in this game. And it's held. Really struck quickly against Nevada. And now trying to hold it defensively as they face the wind. Trying to garner their 4th straight state championship. Nevada going for their first ever state title in girls soccer. Here's Ripslinger. And Helton, a lot of contact, no whistle blown as Helton has it kicked away. And this will stay with Nevada. And a sub coming in for the Cubs. Allie West will now come in. She'll spell Aaron Selberg. Nearing that halfway mark here of the second half. Assumption has faced a little bit of fire, but not much towards net. As the back line, many regard as the best in the state. Rose Ripslinger gets a lot of the headlines with her offensive moves like this. Take a look at it. Rose towards the net, the shot, and it's just wide. But that back line defensively is absolutely terrific for Assumption.
Yes, I would agree. And as we go back to the replay here, look at Rose getting that ball onto her left foot, just weaving past defenders. But earlier on, there was a fantastic tackle from the center back that put some pressure on Rose Ripslinger just in the midfield, and actually won a solid tackle on her as we have an injury here.
Now Reagan Saunders, the one down early on in the game. She took one right in the stomach. this one, they're working on her legs, and you have to think about her right leg. Her right knee was actually injured last year with torn ACL, which happened in the semifinals. Training staff back out there, and of course, Coach Davis out there consoling Reagan right now. And they're working on her left leg now. It was her right leg a year ago in the semifinals against Davenport Assumption, in which she suffered the injury. Let's take a look at this shot here by Ripslinger.
Well, as you can see, Rose has some phenomenal explosive speed as she darts past defenders. Gets it onto her left foot. Unfortunately, just wide. All she has to do is hit the target there. But just some tremendous speed and pace, and she runs with the ball glued to her foot.
This Assumption team trying to strike for more, up 2-0 with a stoppage in play here. As again, the Nevada coaching staff is looking at Reagan Saunders, who's down right now. Again, they're looking at her left knee in that area, as it appeared that it had given out on her. Hopefully it's not anything serious, but they're really taking their time and really investigating it.
Yes,
no pressure on that left leg.
Well, BJ, hopefully it's nothing too serious. I hate to see these types of injuries.
Well, we want to tell you statewide coverage of Iowa Girls Championship Sports will continue all summer long. Tune in Friday, July 25th for Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Iowa Farm Bureau Girls State Softball Championships. Live programming begins at 10 o'clock in the morning. Visit IPTV.org for details of the Iowa Girls High School Softball Championships here on IPTV Sports. Now the smiles are breaking out a little bit for Reagan. And she's putting a little bit more pressure on that left leg. A little more weight on it. As the Nevada training staff has been busy here today. Michaela Matuska went out earlier with an injury. And now Reagan Saunders out also with the game as the clock picks up as we're back into action. Again, what's at stake? The 1A state title. Davenport Assumption trying to garner their 4th straight state championship. And right now trying to fend off the Nevada Cubs. They've got a 2-0 lead. And Nevada trying to muster up some offense here. Playing with a strong wind at their back. It's gusting up to 32 miles an hour. Right now hanging in the 20-mile-an-hour range. And it's been a factor in this one so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you can see, Nevada have more of the pressure now going into the second half with the wind behind them. I'd strongly encourage them to play Casabam's feet, as she's more effective with the ball played into her feet.
This is just the first of 3 state championship games here on IPTV. As coming up next will be the 2A title game. Waverly Shell Rock against North Scott. That's a #1 versus #2 matchup. And then in the 3A state championship, Dubuque Hempstead will face Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Kennedy, of course, loads of talent. This year had a coaching change partway through their season and finished the season, regular season, rather rocky, losing 3 straight. But then got on a roll, got hot, which is what you want to do in postseason play. And they've willed their way to the state title game. They beat Linmar, who was the top-ranked team in 3A. Here's another shot on goal, but Ehrman unable to get any lift on the ball as it went right into that wind. And Sporer was able to handle it rather easily. Now puts a big, deep boot into the ball. Stevenson trying to track this one down as it's headed back out by Assumptions as Pavlich got her head on the ball. And Ripslinger drawing the attention of Nevada. As Assumption goes wide, Gould. Spohr going to scoop this one back up. They'll set up the play here. As again, these kicks are going more than 70 yards, and then on the bounce, they roll hard. Stevenson down into the corner. And whose ball is this going to be? It's going to go to Assumption. This one now back to Nevada. Last touch by Assumption. Here's Stevenson. Boy, and Assumption has done a terrific job at matching up with Nevada when they've had it in the offensive zone. Here's Kassabaum now playing wide. Tries to go towards the net. Will wind up here. Kicks it, and it's blocked away by the Knights. Boy, stepping in front of the ball that time was Mallory King. When you're playing for a championship, it's worth it to throw your body in the way. Now Ehrman trying to find a rip slinger out ahead. And the Cubs send it right back. Well, what has Davenport Assumption done defensively to really bottle up Nevada offensively?
Well, BJ, I think they've taken care of Kassabaum. The same situation in the first half with Rose Ripslinger. You know, get 2 or 3 players around her. They've done the same situation here, is where they're getting numbers around the ball. They're not allowing them to play in behind them, not allowing them any space, and it's been effective. And that's why I mentioned earlier, you know, they need to get the ball into Kassabaum's feet, where she's more effective.
Ripslinger with a shot. There's Ehrman. Going to step up into it, and the ball is cleared out of the net. A lot of activity right in front of the net, and Nevada holds strong as Rhodes was able to punch it back out. Boy, Ehrman and Ripslinger, what a 1-2 combo offensively for Assumption. As we're now through the halfway mark of the second half, still 2-0 Davenport Assumption. As you're watching it here on Iowa Public Television, it's the 1A state championship game. We've got 3 state titles to be determined here today. Coming up next will be the 2A title game in Waverly Shell Rock. Top ranked taking on number 2 North Scott. As again, Assumption plays it forward. Flynn will put her right foot into it. It's going to be handled by Spohr. Nevada desperately trying to get the ball out of their own defensive end. Stevenson, who hasn't been able to really get open, now plays it in the middle. Nevada will send it deep. Now as the goalie, as Leon will look to put her foot into it. What's the strategy here, facing that tough wind right in her face as she tries to put it up in the air? And it really holds into the offensive zone. Here's Helton. You try to line drive that?
Yeah, I mean, you try and line drive it so it's not just a lofted ball in the air, which holds up, and it gives Nevada time, like they did there, to come in and win it, you know, in the end. And I was going to mention this earlier, when Spohr delivers a ball from her goal, from her punts, is that Assumption drop right off, and they actually allow the ball to bounce. And you know, I would encourage them to head it straight back in, limit the amount of space, and that would be to more of their advantage, because as you mentioned earlier, BJ, they're punting 70-yard balls that are ending up down for goal kicks, and it's putting more pressure on them.
Assumption will send in Rachel Jennings into the game. Nevada comes back with Emma Lodenstein and also Abby Bremer and Aaron Selberg. So Nevada trying to find some fresh legs offensively. And it's always tough with the adjustments not to overkick a situation like that. As here's Rose Ripslinger. Trying to cap off one of the more brilliant careers in Iowa girls high school soccer. Came here as a freshman, was named Gatorade Player of the Year as a freshman, and hasn't stopped. And here's the Cubs. We'll play it in with the toss. Lodenstein looking to toss.
Little pressure, little, not too much. Little.
You gotta pass two. We'll make them move two. You pass two then. It's all right though, Lexi.
Assumption, again, winning some battles here right at midfield.
14!
You're fine.
We gotta be stronger.
BJ, to be honest with you, I think Assumption should be quite happy with the way they're playing right now. They've contained them. They're maintaining Kassabaum and Stevenson up front at this point. So if they can continue like this, it's to their advantage.
You talked about that bravado. They weren't going to switch things up, according to Coach Drasler. And look at him roll now. Here's Ripslinger towards the net, and it's in. That one might do it. Rose Ripslinger puts a thorn right into Nevada here in this Class 1A state championship game. The Knights up 3-0.
BJ, it's that combination again. Ehrman, Ripslinger.
Take a look at this again.
Ripslinger breaking through the midfield, gets it on her favorite foot. Fantastic strike, fantastic technique into the opposite bottom corner of the net. Perfectly driven ball placed into the bottom corner. Fantastic, good finish. This is an uphill climb for Nevada now.
Rose Ripslinger with a goal and an assist. Maddie Ehrman also now adding an assist to a goal that she's had. 29th goal of the season, as you see her, with Rose Ripslinger at the 64th minute. 3-0 Davenport Assumption. And what a way to cap off a career. She had told us that she couldn't think of a better way to cap off her high school career than playing here in the state championship, but she said, we got to win it.
Absolutely. And Rose Ripslinger, she's such a humble person, you know. Good athlete, good sportsman, just humble in the way she approaches the game.
So when she had mentioned that she wanted to win it, she really urged that on to her teammates. And she talked about coming here as a freshman. She wasn't really nervous. She was rather loose and relaxed heading into the game, her freshman year in which they won the state title. Now they're going to get another opportunity here as Ehrman will send it in. Wins the foot race to the ball, but it's punched out. But she said that she was actually more nervous entering the state championship game than she was her freshman year, knowing that it's going to be her last game that she'll play in a Davenport Assumption uniform.
BJ, I think it's because it's her last game. You know, coming in as a senior, she wants to finish off on a good note.
And Rose will come out of the ball game. And how about this? Her sister, Joy, the freshman, will now come into the game for her. As here's a shot towards the net. This one headed around. It's right in front. Spoor right there. Somebody going to grab it. Now the official says that Nevada does have control of it as Spoor was able to knock it dead right there in front of the net. Take a look at this. A bevy of activity from the corner kick.
BJ, good decision from the referee as the goalkeeper, Spoor, had both hands on the ball.
Ehrman trying to add to that goal total. Again, had 3, a hat trick against Waterloo Columbus in the opening round game here at the state tournament. And a goal already today, 4 for the state tournament for Maddie Ehrman, who again had a really slow start to begin the season. Then after state track, picked it up the last 3 weeks. Coach Drasler had told us that she has been unbelievable.
Get there, drop.
You know, that's a transition, BJ, from track to soccer, doing the multiple sports. You know, her focus was probably or possibly on track, and now she's fully focused into soccer.
Foul called as Casabom hits the turf. And a free kick forthcoming here for Nevada. And a deep kick, this time hauled in by Leon. So Shannon Leon, she's faced some adversity here today. Again, getting her first experience at the varsity level this year and has not disappointed. Had some shaky games earlier on this year, but has really matured into that position.
Stay with it, stay with it. Fight it, Evan, fight it, yes.
And been helped out by, again, one of the best back lines we've seen here at the state soccer tournament, if not the best. And now a foul called, and Davenport Assumption wanting to get the yellow card there.
You gotta give her something, girls. You gotta give her
It could have been a yellow card, BJ. She actually did pull her down, so there was a possibility. She got off scot-free there, so.
Bodenstein must have a powerful left hand. Be able to yank her down like that.
Nothing like Repslinger's left foot, though.
Absolutely. Here's Casabon trying to measure up the shot. Flynn, who's been hectic all day. Now Casabon to Helton. Back out, and Stevenson with the boot.
That's a confident save, BJ. You know, you mentioned earlier, you know, she's had to step in big time this year, and that was a seasoned player with experience pulling off a save like that.
And again, Leon being peppered now, as we've got 11 minutes to play here in the Class 1A state championship game. Davenport Assumption going for their 4th straight state title. Of course, you'd think that is a lot, and it's a tremendous effort. Cedar Rapids Xavier, who wanted to play in the 2A title game this year, was actually ousted by North Scott. They were going for their 9th straight state championship, a feat that, I mean, 8 straight has never been done before. So Assumption, the way their program's loaded and the youth that they have here, might expect to see them back here in Des Moines again here in the years to come. Same with Nevada.
Yes, definitely, BJ. I expect to see both these teams back in Des Moines next year, even though they lose Rose. All around, it's a team game. It's a team effort. And I think they have the ability within this side to do so.
Helton right at the mid to Casabon. And Casabon with a little frustration, but Assumption able to clear it.
BJ, this is when, you know, when Rose Ripslinger's off the field at this point, I might take the risk of pushing players forward. Maybe another player from the back and squeezing through the lines.
Now here's Helton. Thought about the deep kick. Now we'll try to center it towards Stevenson. And Leon will play it rather easily here. So the Davenport Assumption Knights with a 3-0 lead. Got out to that quick start. Up 2-0. The opening 12 minutes of this game. And never looking back. And for Nevada, they were really the hope for Central and Western Iowa. The only team just west of I-35 to actually be playing here in the state championship games. The rest of it's going to be on the East Coast. It's where the dominance has been held here for girls state soccer. Peter giving it a rip. And it's saved as Stevenson trying to go with a quick shot here. Here's Casabon. Winds it ahead to Stevenson. Bayan able to play it back out for Assumption. It's like an odd man rush goal, if you will. That goal just a few moments ago by Rose Ripslinger. Because the wind is really an extra player out onto the field. And now Assumption on this end will turn it over. 7:30 to play here in the 1A title game. Here's Stevenson out ahead. Sends it towards the net, and Leon will step up. Talk about a player with confidence. That would be Shannon Leon, the goalie here for Davenport Assumption. You know, in the 4 losses that Assumption has had this year to Hempstead, North Scott, Bettendorf, Iowa City, Regina, you know, a lot of people outside of the program might have wondered, okay, is this the year that Assumption doesn't finish it off?
Yeah, you know, but that's early in the season, and it's a lot of games. The high school season is long. It can be grueling. As you mentioned, they missed a couple of players through state track. You know, so you get those players back, you build your squad, win a couple of games, confidence changes. You win a game, and then all of a sudden it changes. You know, you win the next one, and you move forward from there.
Well, collectively as a unit, all these players now zoned in on soccer. And it's made a difference here for Assumption as they've closed out the season the last 3 weeks. Much different team than what we saw earlier on.
Yes, absolutely. You can see that, BJ. And they're playing with confidence. You mentioned earlier the back 4. You know, their goal now would be a shutout. You know, with 6 minutes to go of the match, would be a shutout, and you can tell they're smiling, they're enjoying it, even though Nevada Cubs haven't given up.
Yeah, Stevenson's still trying to poke through. The freshman now with a little bit of a boot into the ball. Got a right toe into it. But again, Leon with yet another save. He's been busy here in the second half, but really not a clear shot for the Cubs. As it's been a game of numbers here, as Assumption will hold it here. So 5:15 to play. And the celebration for Davenport Assumption getting set to get underway here at the County Stadium in Des Moines. As this is the first of 3 championships we'll have for you here on Iowa Public Television. Nevada and Davenport Assumption here in game number 1. And the Knights with a 3-0 lead. And Assumption trying to bring home their 6th state championship. And 6th time that they've appeared in the title game, 6-0 in the finals. Well, you just don't want to face them on Gold Day.
No, you don't, and it looks like Rose Ripslinger is going to come back into the game and finish off. And what a way to finish.
They won championships in 2002 and 3. Took an 8-year hiatus and finally won it again in 2011, 12, 13, and now 14. 4:10 to go. And Assumption going to play this one out. In a game that got off onto the right start, as now Assumption will bring Rose Ripslinger back into the ball game. As she will come in for her younger sister, Joy Ripslinger. There are 3 sets of sisters on this team. Of course, the Jennings, the Moores, and now the Ripslingers. And Joy will give way to her sister as Madeline Fromelt will now also come into the game here for Assumption. As Assumption also got a shot on goal by Rose Ripslinger. She's hungry for more, Justin.
Yeah, absolutely. She has one. obviously wants to get another one. You know, definitely wants to finish on a good note. It looks like they're ringing in some changes here.
Alyssa Golderman also into the contest. And Elise Gold and Mallory King all in here for Assumption. Here's Stevenson inside of 3 to play. And the Cubs will hold the possession here. So for Nevada, fantastic year, unbeaten all the way to the state championship game. A terrific year, 21-1 is how Nevada will end up. Well, they wanted to go for that championship, but the dynasty got in their way in Davenport Assumption.
Yeah, and Nevada should be proud of themselves. I mean, that is an unbelievable record, you know, and you know, they should be very, very proud, and they've done well. They've competed well here. They haven't given up. They've kept going, and that's important. Never give up.
Coming up next, the 2A championship game. Waverly, Shell Rock, and North Scott getting set to play. These are two programs here in the 2A title game that are, well, familiar with one another. They had played earlier this year, with Waverly Shell Rock winning that contest at 2-1. Now they'll do battle again here 5 weeks later. So in the closing moments of this one, what a victory here for Davenport Assumption. In their dynasty held in check, as they will defeat the Nevada Cubs right now at 3-0. As for the 3rd straight year, Assumption able to get Nevada here at the state tournament. So Assumption will hold on to the ball, and coming up at the conclusion of this game, we will have the all-tournament team plus the trophy presentations. I wonder who might make a bid for that captain of the all-tournament team.
It'll be interesting to see.
I think it's a landslide vote.
Shall we guess now?
It won't be the wind, I can tell you that.
All 35 gusts of it.
So inside of a half minute to play, Davenport Assumption, what a dynasty. Going to be winning their 4th straight championship, their 6th overall. As you can see, the Assumption fans knowing it, feeling it, and loving it here in Des Moines. So your Class 1A state champions going to be Davenport Assumption, earning a 3-0 victory here over Nevada. And let the T-shirts be celebrated as they read state champions across them.
Well, BJ, I think in the end it was a deserved victory for Assumption. 4 straight years. What a way for Rose Ripslinger to see it off as a senior.
And the Assumption Knights getting it done. They win their 4th straight championship. And what a way to cap it off as she finishes with the season with 75 points, 29 goals. A goal in this one along with an assist in the state title game. What a way to cap off a career for Rose Ripslinger. Tremendous effort here by Assumption all tournament long. Now we'll await the trophy presentation. As that'll be forthcoming here on Iowa Public Television. Let's go to the public address announcer, Al Hilton, for the trophy presentation along with the selection of the all-tournament team here in Class 1A. Well, the presentation will be coming up here momentarily. Again, the 1A state champions. Yeah, they're dancing. Why not? Davenport Assumption winning it here in 2014 as they had done 3 previous years. As they knock off the Nevada Cubs 3-0 and earning some hardware again. Well, what a terrific way to cap off the season with a fine 1A state championship. Now let's go to the public address announcer, Al Hilton, with the trophy presentation.
Presenting the awards is Jim Wright of the Iowa High School Soccer Coaches Association. Here is your 2014 Class 1A All-Tournament team as selected by the Iowa High School Soccer Coaches Association. From Davenport Assumption, Riley Bean. From Nevada, Mara Rhodes. From Iowa City, Regina, Lauren Ronfeld. From Bishop Heelan, Sam Timkowitz. From Iowa City, Regina, Kennedy Brown. From Bishop Heelan, Tristan Beaulieu. From Nevada, Michaela Matuska. From Davenport Assumption, Shannon Leone. From Davenport Assumption, Maddie Ehrman. From Nevada, Abby Stevenson. And your 2014 All-Tournament Team Captain from Davenport Assumption, Rose Ripslinger.
So there is your Class 1A All-Tournament team. Appropriately, Rose Ripslinger is your captain of the All-Tournament team as Davenport Assumption wins their 4th straight championship as they knock off Nevada at 3-0.
And now for the trophy presentation. In addition to receiving plaques, each player will receive a commemorative soccer ball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Iowa Girls Athletic Union. Presenting the awards are members of the Girls Union Board of Directors, Deanne Kramer and Roger Francis. Ladies and gentlemen, the Class 1A runner-up, Nevada Cubs and head coach, Randy Davis. And your 2014 Class 1A state champions, the Lady Knights from Davenport Assumption and head coach, Jonathan Dreisler.
So there's your Class 1A state champion, the Davenport Assumption Knights, as they win their 4th straight title here today, beating the Nevada Cubs at 3-0. There was a lot of opportunities here in this ball game. Let's take a look at the highlights of this one. As Davenport Assumption got things going on in the first half, Maddie Ehrman getting the goal with the assist there from Ripslinger. 1-0 as she finds the high corner pocket. And then, of course, Rachel Moore bending it like Moore on the corner kick, able to get it through as she curved it right on in. Assumption took a 2-0 lead into the half. Then in the second half, why not? Rose Ripslinger, a fantastic goal. Watch this. Zip! This one actually went wide. Got another opportunity here from Maddie Ehrman. As Ripslinger this time, she finds the net. And that's how Assumption got their 3 goals here today, as they are all smiles, rightfully so, winning the Class 1A state championship here at Cownie Stadium in Des Moines. Justin, this is a dynasty here by Davenport Assumption, and it's tough so many times when there's expectations placed on you to go out and accomplish something, but to able to achieve it, that's huge.
Yes, absolutely. And like you said, you know, earlier on the pressure was on them, no pressure with Nevada. And, you know, they have the ability and the potential within their team to pull off results like this. The 3 goals, fantastic. The goalkeeper for Cubs couldn't do it because there were 3 fantastic goals.
Well, that's going to do it for the 1A title game. Again, Davenport Assumption wins it here 3-0 over the Nevada Cubs. Up next will be the Class 2A state championship, as it will be Waverly Shell Rock taking on North Scott. That'll be coming up here momentarily. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Girls State Soccer Championships right here on Iowa Public Television.
Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Soccer Championships is provided by...
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Whether you live in rural Iowa or in the big city, the Iowa Network Services family of companies and your local provider are working together to keep you connected by offering technology and business solutions like internet, data networking, and other business services. The INS family of companies, keeping communities connected today and tomorrow.
Fairway, along with Mondelez Nabisco, Wells Blue Bunny, and Frito-Lay, is a proud sponsor of the 2014 Iowa Girls High School Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Soccer Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live.
By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialist, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
Mid-American Energy and their Energy Advantage programs are dedicated to increasing the awareness of energy efficiency in Iowa's homes and businesses. Information is at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.